You guys have this all screwed up, man. You need to fix it. There needs to be a way out over there. What's up, guys? This is the biggest cluster I've ever seen in my life. Vegas traffic control totally screwed this one up. They got traffic looping into a circle that there's no exit from, and the traffic controllers try to block you in. I've been stuck in it for an hour and a half. They literally have no clue what they're doing. Even the guy admitted to me. He goes, "It's all screwed up, man. We don't know what we're doing." What a freaking mess. Vegas, you need to figure out how to control traffic. Look at this. I would have gone live about an hour ago, guys, when I got into this mess, but I had Uber passengers with me, and I didn't want to go live with the people with me. So, yeah, we're just stuck in an infinite loop of traffic, basically. I've been in this since 2:20. It's 3:30 now. 2:20 with passengers that I advised you guys might want to get out and walk because you're going to get there sooner than this Uber trip is going to get you there. And they said, no, we're good. We don't have plans. So they wanted to sit in traffic with me for an hour going 2 miles. We've gone 2 miles in an hour. I'm not kidding. So they just finally got out, said, okay, we're over it. We're going to walk. It was a dude and his girlfriend. He didn't want to have her walk in 90 degree heat. So, but man, the cops, the traffic control, they got it all screwed up, man. They did a horrendous job at figuring this out. The Uber pickup and drop off is right here. So, I mean, forget about it. Man, I think literally the cops and the traffic control people made this way worse than it needed to be. If they weren't here, all these streets wouldn't be blocked off. There'd be more ways out of this mess than the way they have it done here. Look at this. They got the gates up. This is where I got into this an hour ago. You can go straight. I'm not going through that again. My God. Vegas. Figure out how to deal. I mean, you think Vegas, a city that is used to having big events, would understand how to get traffic flow people out here. But from here, this point where we are right now, you make a right and you're less than a quarter of a mile from the front of the MGM Grand, but it took an hour to get up there. So, oh my God. And I'm not exaggerating. If I could have gone live, but I had passengers with me, so I couldn't go live. You guys would have been cracking up because we literally sat still for about 15 minutes at a time without any movement at all. These people stuck over here, they got no chance. These people got no chance. Good luck. Look at that back there. It's a mess. Oh my God, I'm out. I'm out. I escaped after an hour and 15 minutes or whatever it's been. What a mess. So there's a graduation going on at the MGM Grand Arena. The parking garage was impossible to get into. The Uber area is in there. People trying to order Ubers to get out of there. Good luck. You missed your flight because there's one way into that Uber garage. And then there is a back way. The cops have it buried off. So there's no escape. There's no way out and there's no way in except for the one turn off of Koval or going through the front valet. And the front valet was a parking lot, completely jammed. So avoid the MGM Grand at all opportunities. Avoid the MGM Grand right now. WSOP. Oh my God. Yeah, I know, but that's probably not contributing to this too much, but I wish I was over there sitting at a table right now instead of sitting in freaking traffic driving people around. But it doesn't look too it doesn't look. I'm gonna have to take some long shots at some slots or some video, some high limit video poker or something, or play a low stakes tournament over at the Resorts World maybe to try to win some money so I can get a buy-in for one of the events at the WSOP. I have no bankroll right now because this car, the lovely Pacifica, sucked up $2,500 in repair fees, plus about 3 weeks of me not earning anything because I was too dumb to get a rent-a-car to do Uber with. So so anyway, so I'm flat broke, man. I would rather be over at the World Series of Poker than driving right now, but there's some events that are $400 later this month in June. The Colossus is $400, so that's my best chance. If I can get over there and play in that, that'd be cool, but we'll see. Man, that traffic jam was ridiculous. Yeah, look at Reaper, Texas. You're a fool. I told you probably weren't on the stream when I first went live, but I had passengers with me for 45 minutes in a parking lot. We weren't moving any faster than I'm moving right now, which is not. We were stopped in solid traffic like this. There was almost a couple of fights that broke out, actually, because people started trying to drive over the center divider, like the one on my right here. They tried to drive over it to cut across, and there was just like a honking, yelling festival in front of me. But I had Uber passengers with me. I'm not going to go live with my Uber passengers. That's a little awkward. That's a little strange. But yeah, we were stuck for about an hour and 15 or an hour and 20. I don't know. It was 2:20, whatever. It's 3:30 right now. So we were stuck for over an hour, and I moved less than a quarter of a mile. So, and there's no way out because I was already jammed in. I was boxed in all 3 lanes. And plus, they wanted to go there. That was their destination. And I said, look, you guys can get out and walk. You're going to get there 30 minutes sooner. But they said, no, it's hot out. There's AC in here. We'll chill. We'll hang. We got no plans. I said, okay, because I was ready to go live, but I'm not going to go live with my passengers. That's too weird. That's the worst traffic I've been in since I've lived in Las Vegas. That's how bad that was. We literally didn't move for 15 minutes at a time. Then we'd move about maybe 5-6 inches, and then we'd sit for another 15 minutes. And then someone finally woke up and they put a traffic control guy up there so he could hold up the other turn lane that was merging into the entrance of the MGM Grand. So he was kind of trying to get the flow moving. But my God, I told one guy, you don't know what you're doing. He says, I know, it's a mess. They didn't plan it out at all. The Orleans Summer Series, I'm going to check it out. I'll go online and check it out. Yeah, I mean, I could throw down in some of these cheap ones. The daily at the Resorts World looks pretty good though, because that's 160, and sometimes they get 10 players or even less than that, and it's a guaranteed prize pool. It's a guaranteed 3,000. So if 5 people show up, you can play for 3,000 with 160 buy-in. So I've been over there when there was 7 players that bought in, and it was like level 2. So you could probably keep buying in for quite a while. So people show up late, but that might be something to check out. I don't know if there's rebuys, or there might be rebuys on it though. Some people just keep rebuying and then the tournament drags on. But yeah, I'll check out the Orleans. I definitely want to get in and walk around the new this year's World Series of Poker layout, since it's new over there at Bally's now or whatever. Vince Vaughn is the master of ceremonies, I guess, or the WSOP ambassador is Vince Vaughn now. So that's kind of funny. I don't know how it came about him being in charge of that gig, but that's kind of cool. Anyway, Vince Vaughn's pretty funny. It's not too hot right now. It's pretty nice down here, but it's still 85. So when the direct sunlight comes into the car, even with the AC going, it's pretty hot. Yesterday and today it was pretty nice out. Actually, we've been in half the day we've been in the 70s, and then the high was like in the 80s. So the boiling cauldron of an inferno isn't here yet. It's going to be here in a couple of weeks though, or where it's going to be triple digits for about 12 straight weeks. Not looking forward to that. Not looking forward to that at all. I wouldn't mind living in Vegas um, for like October through April, uh, and then May, June, July, August, live somewhere else. Live in the Pacific Northwest. Live in Minnesota. Live in Colorado, man. Somewhere nice. Oh, come on, man. Why didn't I run that? Why did I stop? Lisa Vanderpump. What's up with what about what's Vince Vaughn doing then? Where's Vince Vaughn? I saw him interview Vince Vaughn at the end of the World Series of Poker last year, and that's when they announced that he was going to be the master of ceremonies or whatever. They got Vince Vaughn's mug shot, his face up on the big screens as you drive down the strip, saying Vince Vaughn, World Series of Poker. You know, so they're still promoting him. So I don't know. Man, I got to buy a car with real air conditioning. If you guys, if anybody ever sees this video and they're thinking about buying a Pacifica, if you live in a hot part of the country, do not buy a Pacifica. Maybe any Chrysler. I don't know. Just don't buy a Chrysler because the air conditioning when I have it on max AC full blast, it's like if somebody is blowing or whispering next to you. I mean, there's no airflow whatsoever. There's no relief. If you put your face all the way up to the vent, you can barely feel a little sense of coolness coming out of it. The slightest amount of coolness. And I'm an idiot for I sold my Prius. My 2010 Prius has about 10 times the quality of air conditioning as this Pacifica does. You know, and I bought this thing sight unseen. I bought it online, so I never knew how pathetic the air conditioning was in these things. But it's the worst air conditioning I've ever felt riding in a car. So this has to go. This car has to go. Everything else is decent except you know, for the thousands of dollars of repairs I had to put into it in my first 6 months. Aside from that, and aside from the fact that the air conditioning is almost non-existent, and I live in the desert, it's nice. It rides good. There's a lot of space. You know, it's a big car. I could seat 7+ people, but and it's easy to drive and all that stuff. You get Uber XL trips, but I live in the desert. I need freaking air conditioning that actually cools the air in the car. This is no good. Maybe a Highlander. Well, I'm gonna turn right here. Maybe I need a Toyota. I've always had Toyotas. I don't know why. You know, I should have stuck with a Toyota, but I got a deal on this thing when I bought it. So it's already gone up $8,000 to $10,000 in value since I bought it, which is funny. Cars are appreciating in value nowadays. They don't go down in value; they go up in value because of the parts shortage and the car shortage. And I have one dealer already trying to offer me $33,000 to buy this back, and I paid like $9,000 less than that. So so that's probably going to be what's going to happen. This thing, but there's another sensor on the dash that's on, and another you know, service the start stop system again, which I already had fixed once. So I need to make sure those gauge lights are do what I need to do to make sure the gauge lights are not on anymore, because the dealer's not going to take it back. Oh, you got this gauge light on, you got to fix that, or they'll try to dock me like $2,000 off the trade-in value if they see that that service maintenance required. So we'll get that fixed, and then I think that's going to be a cheap fix because I read online some things that I can do to get that light to turn off. And then, yeah, it'll be trade-in city for this thing. I think the Toyota Highlander, because I can still get Uber XL trips as far as I know with the Highlander. It seats 7 people. So, and Toyotas that I've had in the past, the AC is not lacking like it is on this thing. You're just constantly sweating when you're driving around in this car. And it's funny because in the front, the air conditioning is horrendous, but in the back, it blows pretty good. So the passengers are not suffering like me up in the front seat. I'm just constantly sweaty mess up here. So anybody that just jumped onto the video, the cluster was a horrendous traffic jam. I was stuck for about an hour and 10 minutes or so around the MGM Grand down there on the Strip. There's graduation ceremonies at the MGM Grand Garden Arena, and the traffic control they have set up is just horrible, the way they have it done. There was no signs. There was nobody out there. People were getting stuck, trying to make a ride off of Koval onto Tropicana, and then you get jammed in and wedged in, and it took over an hour just to get out of that mess. And there's other ways to get out of there, but they have police blockades blocking the other access roads, which would have let us go back behind the MGM Grand and get out easily and quickly. I don't know why they did that, but I don't know. They just caused a big old mess down there. I'm out of it now. I'm out of it now. That's all that matters. I'm done. That's it. Not going to be down there. We'll see if I get any poker players taking Ubers. Since I'll be down on the Strip a lot, I'll probably get some poker players some Uber trips, see what's going on in there. I gave a couple of people rides that were in the main event last year, but just regular people, not anybody that anybody's names you could recognize, but we talked about the main event stuff. I liked it when the World Series of Poker was in November though last year. That was nice, man. They should have considered moving it to November permanently. That would be a good thing because but I mean, at least like it's not at the Rio now. At the Rio, you had to park. If you had to park in the outside parking lot and play in the main event, you had quite a long walk to get to the to where the tournament area was, and it'd be like 115 out there, be roasting in the parking lot. There's a parking garage at the Rio too, which is not as bad if you found a spot, but I don't know how it is. I haven't even been in there yet on the Strip at Bally's. I heard there should be plenty of parking, using a few of the parking garages there. So, what are the dudes' names? I forget. The hosts of the World Series of Poker, Lon and whatchamacallit, I don't know. Those two dudes have a YouTube video giving a tour of the whole thing on YouTube. I watched, so kind of talking about the parking situation, the food situation, and wonder how the bathroom situation is. It's funny when they go to break because everybody bolts for the bathroom, and then it's like a 15-minute wait, stand in line. So being on the Strip, there should definitely be more options for food, more options for the restrooms on break time, more options for parking. So hopefully all that stuff will be better now. And hopefully I can scrap up $400 and at least play in the Colossus. I think that starts around the 20th of June or something like that, maybe the 21st. I'm not sure. So I got about 3 weeks to try to put some money aside. Temperature's still climbing. Get 89 degrees now. It just keeps getting hotter and hotter throughout the day in Vegas until you hit like 6 o'clock, and it doesn't even really start cooling down until like about maybe 9 or 10 o'clock at night. It starts to cool down. Oh yeah, Lon's got the COVID. That sucks. Yeah, everybody, if you haven't had it yet, you'll get it eventually because it's not going away. It's just going to be a seasonal thing. And it's not even just going to be seasonal. It's always around, so you're always going to have the chance to catch it. But it's probably going to have its ups and downs. Like it'll probably spike up a little bit in the wintertime because people are indoors more, and it just seems like that's when people get sick. So a few other YouTubers I watch, they've caught it recently. I've given rides to people that have caught it. I've given rides to people. I gave a carload of people that were all symptomatic and sick. They had their masks on, but they were Ubering to get a drive-through COVID test because they were all symptomatic. How nice of them to order an Uber, right? So I was stuck in the car with 4 symptomatic, coughing, sneezing, potentially COVID positive people. That was about 3 months ago. But I wasn't worried about it. You know, I got the shots. I think I had it last year anyway because I had all the symptoms. But I've been exposed literally to thousands of people, 100 people a day, probably or more. I'm down on the strip walking around. Nobody wears any masks down here. It's kind of pointless for me to wear a mask in the car because I'm going to get exposed anyway. So, and I get people in the car coughing, and some people wear masks, but probably 95% of the people don't wear masks, which is, you know, they're not mandated to, so it is what it is. But I figure I've been exposed to every single possible variant of COVID that's probably out there, and maybe even the monkeypox. Who knows? Because I drive so many people around, so there's a chance that I could build up some immunity to it. I don't know. If I get sick, I get sick. But yeah. See, everybody seems like a lot of people. I know a lot of people that have had it. You know, I've talked to a few people though, and sadly, like they know people that went into the hospital and their body just overreacted to it. Like their immune system overreacts to it. They have to get put on the ventilator and all that. And a couple of people, they told me, you know, the people they knew that had it, they died. So that I've talked to, just giving Uber rides to. So that, you know, that sucks. I mean, so it's not like you can totally downplay it. I mean, everything gets overhyped in the news, but yeah, you know, I'm sure people die from it. So, but most people won't. You know, it should be less than 1% of people that catch it will die. So, I don't know. Unless your immune system overreacts to it, or you have an issue that hopefully, like our immune systems will just build up over time, and it won't have such a severe effect on us in general population. That's my hope anyway. Until the next thing comes along, right? Like there's always something that comes along. Why is this guy turning here? There's nothing to turn to. We got plenty of stuff to worry about now. I mean, we got out here in the Southwest, they said Lake Mead might drop another 12 feet in the next 3 months. 12 feet. I mean, that's a big lake. For the water level to drop 12 feet, you know how much water that is that's evaporating? That's ridiculous. It's already down well over 100 feet in 1 year. So the water level is catastrophically dropping. So, I mean, I don't know. Which reminds me, I need to go buy more bottled water. I try to stock up, but I haven't gone lately, and my stash at home is getting low actually. So I should be stashing as much bottled water as I can. We got the drought out here in the Southwest, right? We got the viruses going around. We got Russia versus Ukraine war. We got potentially China versus Taiwan war. So it's like, what else, right? We need some hurricanes coming in on the East Coast. They said there could be like 6 major hurricanes this hurricane season. I mean, like, stack 3 or 4 of these things together, and then you get the stock market. So who knows what'll go on? It's like we're in a perpetual disaster movie right now. It's a nonstop disaster movie. We're like all hanging on the cliff, basically. So I'm just trying to buy stockpile my bottled waters and some food and stuff in case the prices skyrocket all of a sudden. There's no baby food in the stores. The baby food out here in Vegas, the stores are basically 80% out of stock. You walk around just to see what's going on, and the aisles are empty. It's pretty sick. Like people, man, it's not a good time to have a baby if you need the baby formula. Get your toilet paper. That you know how that goes. As soon as something happens on the news, watch. I make the prediction now. As soon as something pops off on the news again, and people start to panic, there goes the toilet paper. There goes the paper towels, right? Soap and all that stuff. People go crazy, and they're gonna start buying all that stuff. So I just buy a little bit, right? I'm not buying hordes of it, but I always buy like 2 or 3 packs of whatever I'm buying. That way I don't need to go out there and panic hoard when all the people go out like it was before the thing started last time. All the shelves got empty.